Hi, so I'm Ishali. I am from Mumbai, India, and currently I'm doing my MBA in National Sun Yat-sen University. I have already completed my first year and I am in my third semester. The thing is that I really, really like Taiwan, and I personally would not choose any other university than except Zhongshan. Zhongshan is the Chinese name for NSYSU. So the thing at Zhongshan is that the campus first is beautiful. So there are two kinds of students. One is the kind that they are very studious and they do not care about their environment. And the second ones are they like studying, but they do also care about their environment. So the best part about I'm the second kind of student. So the best part about studying at Zhongshan is that first, the campus is really beautiful. Second, the city is also really beautiful. Third, all the Taiwanese are foreigner friendly. So wherever you go, they are very welcoming. And because of all these three things, I do not think I would have chosen any other university or any other city, because Taipei for me personally is too crowded. I am from Mumbai. So Mumbai is already too crowded. So from going from one city to another city, which is almost the same except for the standard of living, would would not be as exciting for me. And also the second thing is that there are so many foreigners in Taipei that if you want to practice your Chinese or if you want to get to know the locals, then it's difficult because so many foreigners. So it's easier to stick with your foreigner group in Taipei. But in Kaohsiung, it's just perfect. Like you have a lot of Indians too to help you out, so you don't have to worry about that. But at the same time, you can still go out and practice your Chinese and get to know local people. They're very welcoming. And fourth thing, the MBA at NSYSU is actually really good. Almost 50% of my classmates are from foreign countries. So there are, if you aggregate the first and the second years, I think there are total 27 to 28 different nationalities of students in my class. So it's not just Taiwanese culture that I get to know, it's a lot of different cultures that I get to know as well. Second, if you are coming to Taiwan, then you need to think about two or three things. First, let's say if you want to study here and work in Taiwan, then I think that you need to learn Chinese. I genuinely believe that without learning Chinese, it's just going to be difficult for you and it's going to be difficult for your company as well. So let's say you do get selected in the company and you cannot speak in Chinese, but the whole company can speak in Chinese. So during meetings, even if they can't speak in English, wouldn't it be unfair for them to change their language to English just for that one or two people in the whole company? So it's just better if you learn Chinese. And with learning Chinese comes a lot of other advantages. Like you can buy things, you can talk to people, they will be more accepting of you because they also realize that you value their culture. So that's the first thing. Second thing, if you do not want to work in Taiwan after you graduate, then I believe it's okay if you do not learn Chinese, but I still think that you should try the Chinese class. So at Zhongshan, the best thing is that for master's student and PhD student, we have free Chinese classes, which is 4 hours a week. So you do not have to pay for that. And that's perfect. And they teach you just enough Chinese. So basically right now I can introduce myself in Chinese and I can bargain in Chinese when I go out to buy things. That's the good thing. Third, this is also the perfect place for you to come live a life that is different than your home country. And also the tuition fees here are very less compared to other MBA in other countries. So for example, I was going to go do my MBA in UK before I applied to Taiwan, and the fee there was around 35 to 40 lakh Indian rupees for the whole MBA. And here the fees is around 9 to 10 lakh rupees for the whole MBA. So it's literally 1/3 and 1/4 the price compared to other countries. Apart from that, I think is Taiwan the perfect place for you to do your master's? That just depends on so many different things. For me, yes, it is. But to know if it is the perfect place for you, I think you need to ask yourself that question, the right questions. And I hope that you have friends who are already in Taiwan or people you know in Taiwan that you can talk to and figure it out for yourself. And let's say you have decided that Taiwan is the perfect place for you, then I think you just need to apply and you'll be here. But also remember that getting admission, especially at Zhongshan, is not that easy. So it depends on the department that you're applying to. So if a lot of foreign students are applying to that department, then the competition is higher. For example, MBA, a lot of people that I know have not gotten into the MBA at Zhongshan because of the competition. But let's say it's a department where not a lot of people apply, then your chances are higher. But that does not mean that it is very easy to get into Zhongshan. It's not. The admission committee here is very competitive. So I think so. First, the culture. The culture is very, very, very different from India. And the thing is that you do not need to adapt. It's okay. There are a lot of Indians here, so you don't need to necessarily get to know the local culture to survive here. But at the same time, I feel it is. I don't know how to put it into words, but it would be kind of rude to not adapt to the local culture because you are in another country. And if you are going to another country and not trying to change yourself or adapt, then what was the point of coming to another country? So the culture is very different, but once you get to know it, I think it's just easy because people are nice here. And yeah, and I think the biggest cultural difference is just the language and nothing else. At the end of the day, we are all Asians. So like how studies matter in India,
Yes.
studies matter here too. How rankings matter in India, rankings matter here too. So since we are from the same continent, there are a lot of similarities, and a lot of Taiwanese like really love Indian food too. So I cook in the dormitory, and then I've called a lot of my friends here, and then we eat together. So yeah, it's an exchange. So as long as you're open-minded, everyone's good. But if you are not, like if you try to stick to your uh, yourself and you do not want to adapt, then things might get a little difficult for you. Second, education. So this is just my personal opinion. I believe an MBA degree, no matter where you get it in the world, will not help you develop skills that you need in a job. Yes, it will teach you how a company is run. It will teach you how to run a company, but the soft skills, like how to talk to people, that will improve as well. But at the end of the day, let's say you want to be a data analyst after doing your MBA, then I think that's something that you need to put time into. Just expecting that now that you are done with your MBA, you will just go out and get a job. No, you need skills for that. For example, let's say as an MBA student, your main goal is to communicate with other people. And if you want a job in Taiwan, we communicate through Chinese. And now if you do not want to learn Chinese after while doing your MBA, then it's going to be extremely difficult for you to get a job. So the MBA degree in itself is really good. But if you expect a job without putting more work in your MBA degree, then that's going to be very difficult, no matter which part of the world you are in. So I have my friends in America who have done masters in management, engineering management. And the thing is, while doing their masters, they also did a lot of data analytics course. And that is why they have a job now. Not because of the degree in itself, but because they put so much work in. Then another friend who was doing supply chain management in America at the same time, he outside of supply chain did production management online on Coursera, and then he developed that skill set. So now he has a better job than so many of his friends. So I think the same here. So personally for MBA and the Chinese language go hand in hand if you want to be in Taiwan.